HCG community, this is Vinny here. I am on VLCD4 of my round 3 and have had a couple of very interesting days. Whenever I decide to go on and do my rounds, inevitably all sorts of things happen. My daughter has been being a picky eater as usual, but this time she sneaks and takes her food and dumps it in the bathtub. I went to go give her a bath and I found just all the peaches I had just given her all over the bath, in the bath. So just, ridiculous things like that. I've been doing pretty good with being on protocol. I've had a few days where I've felt hungry, but I think it was more emotional. Trying to keep in mind everything that my therapist was saying about emotional eating and how things are not going to, let's say for example that you want something like, I just made lunch for my family and I made kind of like a, how do you describe it? It's Indian food, I don't know. Rice with vegetables, basically, is how you can describe it. And it smelled really, really good. And she said that when you have a craving or an emotion, it kind of goes through a cycle, kind of like this. Alright. So it starts off, and you start having your feeling peak, 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 and then it gets up here. So when you get here is when you start to feel like, oh my god, I have to have this. But if you can distract yourself and you wait for it to peak, it will eventually go away. It will not stay the same. I mean, you won't be wanting that forever. So that was really interesting for me. I had never ever thought of it that way, because usually in my adult life, when I had wanted something, I went after it and got it. And so it was interesting to think that, I distract myself or just power through it and it will go away. And that's kind of what's happened the last couple of days. It's not at all been easy, but whatever. It's there. I'm committed to making this round count and to do this round strong. So especially since my parents are going to be coming into town in about a month, less than a month now, and I'm really, really worried about that. So I really need to reduce quite a lot before I see them, because they're they're Russian, so that they show their love by telling you what you could do better in your life. And every time they visit, every single day, they tell me how I need to lose weight, and it's pretty painful and not fun. But they do it with love. It's not like they're not doing it to be mean. So anyhow, I'm super not looking forward to just the emotional things that are gonna go with that, but it's okay. I'm being strong. I've had a few, I'm not going to call them cheats because they're not really cheats. I've added a strawberry or two, and I've added a breadstick to a couple of my days because I really felt that I needed to do that to stay on without leaving, protocol, using a different food or doing a full-on cheat or whatever. So anyhow, it's been fine. I know in pounds and inches, Dr. Simeon says that sometimes he would add a breadstick for people who are feeling really hungry. And honestly, I wasn't feeling very hungry physically, just trying to get over the emotional aspect of what I use food for. So anyhow, I am going to stay strong, and I'll give another update later.